Welcome to my home. It is where I feel safe. If someone came into my home and told me to burn all the furniture and then the house itself just to keep warm for one night, I would think they are crazy. The economic rules that define everything, how we eat, how we clothe ourselves, how we live, they are burning the house we live in and accelerating a planetary collapse. We have exceeded 6 out of 9 planetary boundaries. More than 1,000 cities and nations have declared a planetary emergency.
The government says more than half of the country is in state of emergency.
Currently a Category 5 hurricane with maximum winds of 100.
At the same time, half the world lives on less than $10 a day, while 8 billionaires own more wealth than 4 billion people combined. We are, for the very first time in humanity's history, facing the very real possibility of our own extinction. We are starting to recognize that GDP is not an adequate measure of human well-being, and it never was.
It measures everything in short, except that which makes life worthwhile.
And if we redefine GDP, we must also redefine prosperity and economic growth. When we redefine prosperity, we find solutions that work for people and the planet.
The Article 5 of the Constitution of Bhutan demands that every citizen is a role player and a custodian of our natural environment. No amount of money in this world could buy it back for us.
We are starting to decouple growth and prosperity from environmental damage. We are starting to put nature at the heart of sustainable development. We are starting to live within our planetary boundaries.
It seems like something that a lot of people are waiting for. This idea, there is an alternative, there's another way of we can rearrange our economics that is better for the people and is better for the planet. And don't wait for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment is now.
Cities such as Sydney, Melbourne, Berlin, Brussels, and Amsterdam are transforming their urban economies to live within the planetary boundaries while meeting the basic needs of all their residents.
A circular city is a city where we don't have waste. If something is broken, we want to have it repaired. If something can't be repaired, we want to have the materials that the products are made of can be reused.
The entire city is in the midst of a massive shift launched last year, embracing a radical new economic theory with a catchy name, donut economics.
A donut-shaped compass for creating the 21st century that we want.
What makes the theory radical is Rayworth's assertion that governments need to stop looking at GDP growth as the ultimate measure of success.
We're getting very, very clear signals from the Earth system, from climate breakdown, from ecological breakdown, that the way we are pursuing growth is destroying the living systems on which we depend.
The outer ring represents Earth's ecological ceiling, limits on damage being done to the planet, including climate change, air pollution, and shrinking freshwater supplies. The inner ring represents a social foundation, minimum living standards like having enough food, housing, work, and a political voice. The ring in between, described as humanity's sweet spot, is the donut.
So let's leave nobody in the hole in the middle of the donut. Everybody into this lovely green ring.
Solutions can also look like maps of hope, where countries can identify where they need to protect, restore, and manage nature to allow people and nature to thrive.
We have developed high-quality, reliable spatial data on nature for decision makers. These maps of critical biodiversity areas and ecological infrastructure are helping stakeholders to manage land, rivers, and catchments for sustainable development.
Our development and economic models are broken, but we are already creating and testing new ones. We already have nature-positive solutions. More than anything, we need a nature-positive model for development that works for everyone.